Okay, you tell me.
You need to hesitate a little bit.
Hey, hold on. Okay, it's the next one. It's the next one. Further back. Ding! Wait, you have to be close to me but far from it. Wider hands?
Beautiful, got it.
Okay, good. I'm Tyler Hunt. I'm the ASR for Northern Alberta. Just want to spend a little time today talking about some potential symptoms you could see in a crop if you've made use of Talinor herbicide. Talinor is a new broad spectrum herbicide. It's a combination of a group 27 and group 6. You might want to use it if you've got some harder to kill weeds or you're battling with some resistance management issues. What we want to show you today is the symptomology you might see if you end up with a wheat crop that gets a little bit too much Talinor brought into it, or it has some difficulty breaking it down. These are very textbook symptoms, and I think once we go through it and explain what we might see, it can make everybody a whole lot comfortable if they happen to see it on their farm. So in conditions where you've applied Talinor with a group 1 herbicide and we have some environmental stressor, lack of moisture like we have here, we're looking at about 1 millimeter of precipitation since the beginning of April. We've got a fairly drought-stressed crop, has a little bit of difficulty breaking down the Talinor at the rate we normally would expect. So where you see a lot of uptake or you see a delay in breaking down, we can see a little bit of bleaching that tells us the Talinor was doing its job. Bleaching is a transient symptomology that shows up on the leaf that was being produced at the time of the herbicide application. Generally, the leaf material is going to emerge green and then bleach when exposed to sunlight. What Talinor does is remove some of the antioxidants that protect the green chlorophyll in the plant. So when we have a little bit too much Talinor, we get something like a sunburn that results in a short-term bleaching of leaf material, but the plant never stops growing, and that's the really interesting part. And so some of the great things that we can do is look at the plants, look at new green emerging material, and watch that bleaching symptomology start to correct itself as the plant gets more water and nutrients into the leaf. The farmer first noticed the symptoms show up this past weekend. We're currently on Thursday, so we're about 4 to 5 days from when they first emerged. Carly came by yesterday, and even in 1 day, she's noticed a reduction in the amount of white area, and the white spots on the leaves are actually starting to green up quite a bit. Generally, in situations where we have what we have in this field, most of the symptoms are localized to overlaps at the edges of the spray boom where we took a pretty high rate. 7-10 days, we generally are seeing most of those symptoms going away. And that's pretty important to us. If we can tell the growers what's happening, why it's happening, and what they should expect, I think it helps reduce some of the anxiety when they see symptoms that are so very obvious.